Hello Bloomies! Welcome back to Integrated Atelier. I'm Binna. Before we begin, I wanted to ask, how are you? The weather was beautiful here in New York. Warm, bright, and breezy, but today, Friday, is hot. So hope you stay cool. Last week, I painted a sunflower, and somehow I found myself returning to it again. Sunflowers act almost like a compass for me. The organized chaos in their centers, their connection to the sun, and the dramatic transformation from bloom to decay continue to fascinate me. This week, I wanted to paint a sunflower inspired by my emotional state. To be honest, it was a stressful week. I felt overwhelmed for several days, and when I started this drawing, I thought I was going to paint the stress itself. But as I worked, something unexpected happened. The sunflower began to feel less like a flower and more like energy. When I think about stress, I often imagine sharp movements, restless thoughts, and signals moving in every direction at once. Looking at this drawing, I started singing those movements in the petals. They no longer felt like petals. They felt like impulses, waves, or even something alive reaching outward. At first, the colors pushed against one another. Strong yellow, deep blues, violet, and dark shadows competed for attention. There was a kind of chaos, but the longer I painted, the more I noticed something else. The center remained steady. No matter how active the outer movements became, there was still a quiet center holding everything together. That realization felt strangely familiar. These stressful events had already happened. I couldn't change them. I could only observe them, respond to them, and accept them. Sometimes acceptance doesn't arrive by solving a problem. Sometimes it arrives simply by staying present long enough to see things clearly. At this point, I could have followed my designer's side and organized everything into a more predictable outcome. Instead, I decided to follow my artist's side. I turned the painting upside down, stepped away from it, and spent time observing. The farther I moved from the idea of painting a sunflower, the more interesting the image became. Now that it is finished, I see many things. A sunflower, a sun, a nervous system, a burst of energy, perhaps even a small universe expanding from a darker center. But what matters the most is not what I see. What do you see? Thank you so much for spending time with me today. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!